Hi everyone, my name is Katie and I would like to talk to you about how I feel about the How I See It campaign as a blind person. While I fully support the research efforts of the Foundation Fighting Blindness, I most definitely do not support their How I See It campaign. You want to know how I see it? Well, you can't really, at least not in the way that this campaign advertises. Because putting you under a blindfold for a minute, an hour, or even a day will not show you how I experience the world. It's not that simple. Why? Because I have worked hard to learn and master non-visual skills like how to navigate with a cane, read Braille, and do other day-to-day tasks in a way that works for me. And for a sighted person to put on a blindfold and expect to understand how I experience the world is unfair. Because when you take that blindfold off, you will feel sorry for me. You won't be able to fathom what it would be like to feel like you felt under that blindfold every day. But the point is, the fear and uneasiness that you felt while under a blindfold is not at all comparable to what I experience on a day-to-day basis. Because I have learned the appropriate non-visual skills to live the life I want to live as a blind person, while a sighted person performing this challenge has not. As many have said before me, studies have shown that blindfold simulations for sighted people instill fear and pity for the blind. I don't want you to be afraid of blindness, and I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I don't want to be cured. I want to be heard. So how can you see how I see it? You can listen. I am a daughter, sister, granddaughter, niece, and cousin in a wonderful family. I am a partner to an incredible person who shares my passions and makes me laugh every day, who shows me the world from a beautiful perspective and makes every day an adventure. I am a best friend to a person who has been there for me since middle school and never ceases to amaze me with her strength. I am a roommate to two amazing people who will change the world as teachers. I am a friend to many incredible people who love me, teach me, challenge me, empower me, and make life fun. I am a guide dog user with a beautiful, brilliant black lab. I am a teacher. My passion is teaching and empowering students with visual impairments to understand that blindness is not the characteristic that defines them or their future. I am a college student pursuing a degree in education. It has been a difficult road, but I'm sure my sighted peers would agree with me that college isn't easy. I'm almost there though, and will be graduating this May and moving on to pursue a graduate degree. I like to knit, bake, skateboard, make paracord projects, watch movies, write, go on walks, and have adventures with my friends. I'm also blind. I use non-visual techniques to do the things I do. As a teacher, I use auditory cues from my students, hands-on learning and teaching techniques, and my own knowledge of teaching strategies. As a college student, I use Braille and assistive technology like a screen reader to complete coursework. I learned how to knit and do other crafts by touch, bake using my other senses, skateboard with my cane, and watch movies with audio description. I take care of my dog, feed her, groom her, play with her by using my other senses. I live a happy, independent, and fulfilled life. I've had my whole life to learn what works best for me, which is why you cannot experience my world by blindfolding yourself for 5 minutes. So I urge sighted people to rethink this campaign and instead learn about blindness by listening to the voices and stories of blind people like me. And I urge other blind people to continue sharing those stories and voicing their opinions about this campaign. That is how I see it, and that is how I live it. Thank you for listening. As an example of how I made this video, you will see me using a screen reader to navigate the points I wanted to talk about. As a teacher, I use auditory cues from my students.
As a teacher, I use auditory cues from my students, hands-on learning and teaching techniques.
Hands-on learning and teaching techniques.
And my own knowledge of teaching strategies.
And my own knowledge of teaching strategies.
As a college student, I use Braille and assistive technology like a screen reader to complete. As a college student, I use Braille and assistive technology like a screen reader to complete.
As a college student, I use Braille and assistive technology like a screen reader to complete coursework.
Coursework, page, cane, and more. I learned how to knit and do crafts by touch, bake using my other senses, skateboard and not.
I learned how to knit and do other crafts by touch.
Cane. I learned how to knit and do crafts by touch, bake using my other senses, skateboard and not.
Bake using my other senses, skateboard with my cane,
Cane, and watch movies with audio description.
and watch movies with audio description.